Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this video we are going to show you how to add retro styling to your Nintendo Switch dock thanks to the folks from eXtremeRate. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Gary here from Rock Solid Productions. If this is your first time to the channel, just want to take a second and say thanks for coming by and checking out this mod that we have going on here today. I really hope that you're going to enjoy it. If you like what you see here, please check out some of the other videos that we have here on the channel. And if you really like what you see here, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that bell notification, and hit that subscribe button. That way each and every time we upload new content, you're kept the most up to date. And what I want to know from you about, anything concerning the Super Nintendo, what's your favorite Super NES game of all time? For me, Earthworm Jim 2, those are both up there, but man, I love Super Mario All-Stars with Super Mario World. I realize that's cheating, that's 4 games in one, but still, it's probably one of my favorite cartridges of all time across any platform. So recently we were reached out to by the folks from eXtremeRate who said, hey, we've got some really cool accessories for a number of different systems. Would you be interested in checking them out? Sure, we always like checking this stuff out. So they sent us this guy here. This is a replacement dock face for the Nintendo Switch. And as you can see here, it's designed to make it look like a Super Nintendo. The artwork and everything looks really, really cool. And if you've watched the channel for any period of time, you know my affinity for all things Super NES. That's pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we are going to sit down at the bench and we're going to see exactly what it takes to install this onto our Switch dock. Now, looking at the tutorials that eXtremeRate has out themselves, this looks like a pretty simple and straightforward process. I'm really hoping that is the case here. So come on, let's hit the bench. Let's see if we can go ahead and give our Switch a little bit more retro styling. So we have everything on the bench. We have the new face cover out of the packaging. As you can see, it's pretty sharp looking. The power and the reset, obviously, they're photorealistic. They're not realistic. It'd be kind of cool if they had actual, well, not physical switches on here, not working switches, but if it had actual power and reset on here, they'd look pretty cool, and that's what the back looks like on there. Now, I was a little stressed out initially that I couldn't find this guy here, and this is what's called a tri-wing screwdriver. They call it tri-wing because it actually has 3 points instead of 4 like a Phillips screwdriver would have. Now, in the packaging, you do get a hardware bag, but you also get 2 screwdrivers. This guy here, while it is a Phillips, it will fit the tri-wing screws that are in here. I'm actually going to use my tri-wing screwdriver, however, just to make sure that we are, doing it without stripping out any of the screw heads. Now, this will void any warranty, so you need to be aware of that. To get the new faceplate on, we have to remove the old one, and to do that, we have to get in the back and remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. So we will start that out. And you may be wondering, I have just a cup here to collect the screws. I know I get a lot of people that criticize, trim your nails, man, your nails are too dang long in videos, but working with small screws like this, having longer nails often helps. I can't get that guy out, so we are going to use the pliers. And it looks like these guys here are shorter than the ones up top. Okay, with that, I can already feel this coming loose. Yep, and that pop is going to pop right out, I think. I hope. Come on, don't force anything here. Okay, so what was causing resistance is there's a tab here and a tab up top here you have to kind of push down. You can kind of see it more clearly. There's a tab right there and another one right there. You can kind of see it. Now this is the main guts of it. Let's see if we can undo this without having to detach that ribbon cable. Otherwise, we will do that real quick. So if you look at the board right here and right here, there are 2 tabs you got to pull back to get the board out. That's all that it was. Make sure you don't snap them because it could be fairly easy to do. Here we go. Swing that guy out of the way. Looks like this is the power cable for the LED. Or can I leave that in there? I'm going to see if I can't leave that in there. Now we also have 1, 2, 3 silver screws here, so we are going to use the included Phillips screwdriver. I feel dumb that I didn't see those tabs to begin with. These are coarse threads, so they should back out pretty easily. There we go. And we're just going to grab the screws and we'll toss them in there. Ah, there's more screws in here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws additional in here. Wow. So that's why you never want to force things when you're doing stuff like this. If it's not coming, there's a reason why, and you don't want to start breaking stuff. Alright, this is feeling like it's getting ready to just come off right now, which is a good thing. Yep, here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. So we are there for the most part. The last thing we have to do, I'm going to give you a closer look here. If you look right here, that's actually the LED that shines through this piece here. It is stuck to the side. We need to pull that out and be very gentle with it because, again, we don't want to break it. I actually lay this back so I've got a little bit more slack and you can see. So I've lightened this up a little bit so you can see the piece in there. I'm going to just reach in here with my pliers and pull up gently. There we go, and it's out. Okay, so this is the piece that actually connects to the switch itself, and this is the portion basically that does all the communication for you. Now we do also have to transfer that clear piece of plastic there too. Yeah, it does have an opening to it, so it should just pop out, I'm hoping. There we go, it pops right out. Just should slide right in. And it does. Good deal. We do need to reinstall the LED. The actual LED that you'll see is actually that piece on the board. Just like that. Alright, so before we get everything back together here, the last thing we need to do is also install this shroud, which basically is what helps keep everything aligned and so that you don't scratch up your display on your Switch inside the dock. There, it snaps right in that way. There we go, it basically just snaps down. I was just trying not to apply too much pressure on this because I didn't want to break it. And now I can slide everything back together like that. Look at that, that is killer looking, man. That's really awesome. I'll pop that out and then we'll get our screws back in. Now, if you notice, there's only one tab here. This is actually the second time I've had to shoot this part because I forgot to put that shroud in there. When I pulled that open the first time, I snapped that piece off. So yes, even someone who does mods and things like that on consoles can make mistakes and break soft plastic. So please be very careful as you are going through and doing this. Mistakes can happen. And as you get the screws back into their position, unscrew them slightly first before screwing them back in. That will ensure that you are seating the screw properly and that you are not cutting new threads. And once you get the first one in, it kind of seats everything down together the way it needs to be. And then you gotta do these three. And what I found with this one is it's easier to kind of have this popped out to get this one in the corner first. Now before I can put the inner shroud back on, again I've got to put the 3 silver screws in. I've got those right there. Again, a tweezers a lot of times is really handy with stuff like this. So there's that one. There's that one. And then those are back together. Now you can snap this back into place. Take your time, make sure you're not pinching the cable or anything. There we go. Grab our back cover. And you can see how that just fits right on. And again, if you remember, our longer ones went up here, the shorter ones were down there. And these are tri-wing screws. Same things, back them out slightly before screwing them in. Do not go gonzo on torquing these guys down. You will strip out the plastic if you do. just got those two up top, and we are done. And there you have it, a Super NES Nintendo Switch dock. But you know what we need to do yet? And that's what it looks like with my all-white Switch installed. So there you have it, our mod is complete, and God, this thing looks great. I'm a sucker for anything having to do with the Super Nintendo in the first place. So to have my Switch dock now looking like the top of my Super NES, I am digging that. Now the purple is a little bit lighter on here than what the artwork shows, but you know what, it is close enough. I am completely fine with it. Now I do want to thank eXtremeRate for sending us one of these to do this tutorial with. Without them and without their support, this video wouldn't have happened. So thank you guys very much. If you want to check them out, I will have a link down below in a pinned post to their Amazon affiliate store where you can check out all the cool stuff that they have. And the cool thing, check this out, one of our next tutorials that we have from eXtremeRate is a PS4 controller DTF LED mod kit. This thing's gonna look sick. I can't wait for it. But this looks really, really good. The cool thing too is they actually have a Super NES basically Switch case that, like, I have the white one on here with the Famicom or Super Famicom buttons and the D-pad and everything. They have something very similar, but the back looks like the front here, so it would make the whole thing look like a Super NES. I may have to pick one of those up because it looks really, really cool. Quality, overall fit and finish worked great. Did not need to utilize the included screws. I kept the screws that the dock had, and I'm sure that they just throw those in there in case you have an issue or lose a screw, falls on the floor, something like that. It would have been nice if they would have included a proper tri-wing screwdriver, but the two screwdrivers that they did provide worked well for the needs that I had, and then I had my tri-wing screwdriver. Is this something that you would do? This is a pretty simple mod. Now, I did break off that tab on the board. It was my own fault on that. But beyond that, this was pretty much a flawless installation. You just got to remember to install that plate on the back of here towards the top like I initially forgot to do. Now, if you do have any comments or questions, as always, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. And like I mentioned at the top of this video, I want to know, what's your favorite Super NES game of all time? Like I say, mine, I kind of cheat and have that 4-in-1 Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World Pack, but it's a great game. F-Zero is a great game. Earthworm Jim, super groovy. But let me know down in the comment section. And if you do have any other comments or questions, as always, feel free to email me, rocksolidmail@gmail.com. Hit me up on Twitter at RockSolidStudios, Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions, and Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. Now, if you do want to get exclusive early access to our video content, exclusive content from me, and more, you can join us over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you get access to all those benefits and a whole lot more. You can also help support the channel by heading on over to our Teespring store on screen right now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and more, all showing the Rock Solid Productions logos on there. And if you're looking for any other type of parts, accessories, cleaning kits, clone consoles, tri-wing screwdrivers, do me a favor, head on over to CastleManiaGames.com, and the cool thing over there is they have what's called Castle Cash, where the more you spend, the more you earn, and then you can redeem towards future purchases. The cool thing, there's no exclusions. Castle Cash is just like cash. So if you have $20 in Castle Cash, you have $20 to spend in the castle. Plus, you can also use promo code ROCKSOLID10 to save 10% off of most items on the website. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you all the folks over at CastleManiaGames.com for helping the community out with that. You guys are awesome. Some might even say, you're rock solid. Lame, I know, I get it. And then, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you like what you see here, if you want to see more, if you want to see, you know, how we installed this mod kit here on our Switch to make it look with the white case with the Famicom buttons on there, if you want to see how we made our Switch Pro controller look like a Super NES controller, check out some of the other videos that we have here on the channel. But also do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification. That way, whenever we upload new videos, you are kept the most up to date. To use an RC term, this is dialed. I love the way it looks. It's one of the things I really liked about the Retron 64 adapter dock from Hypercan is it looked like an N64. It looked awesome. This takes the stock dock to that next level, and I really, really dig it. I am Gary. This has been Rock Solid Productions, and our tutorial showing you how to install an eXtremeRate new front dock face for the Nintendo Switch. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you soon.